exact colors, but can be forgiven if you are donning a bit of black on it. Still waiting for Dr. Olasitela to get us going in this particular encounter. I'll tell you what, the previous two meetings have been in favor of Magesi in this particular encounter, and Atazwan has been in charge of those two meetings, while the Magesi is still looking for their first victory. They get us going in white. Is Magesi are taking the goal to the right-hand side of your picture, while AmaZulu in green with the touch of white. They'll be taking the goal to the left-hand side of your picture. Well, earlier on when we showed you the fans, if you're watching from home and wondering, of course, why the stadium looks extra colorful this season, it's all about the Betway Sibonise and Win campaign. And trust us, it's got fans showing up for their Betway Premiership teams, and fans stand a chance to win by just rocking up in their boldest, most creative club color regalia. And it's all about the passion, the colors, the vibe, and a Betway Premiership. Betway is rewarding those fans, and for it is Sibonise and Win. A fan will be picked that can win 10,000 rand, and if you are a Betway account holder, that will simply be doubled. How nice is it?
Was also in key.
Yes.
You would win that. You saw today. I think you would win that yourself. This is the first time. I just needed to have you amongst the crowd. Sorry for you.
Well, it works out for the home fans, of course. Me being a neutral, sadly, might not necessarily get to make it. Looking to take control of this encounter is AmaZulu and starts on the front foot. Ball whipped into the box, looking for XTN. He'll bring it under control, lays it off. Oh, a little bit too strong for Ngobo. Mapoloba brought down. Opportunity for him and AmaZulu to get the ball into the box earlier on and try and find the Lenkim Tetwa as well as Phillies. That will obviously go back and assist all the time. It's the two new faces in the starting 11. Khotata Mariba, newly signed from Sikukune. Two-man wall set up. X-Team as well as Ngobo stand over it. Certainly shows what is it that we can really expect from this young Ngobo. Early signs are positive ones. The wall needs to go back the required distance. So, AmaZulu, where can they throw us? Plays it to the near post, only finding Sibanyoni there. Easily clear it away. Poor delivery, I must say.
Well, sometimes you work these things at training, and when you are on stage and you're supposed to showcase that, something goes wrong.
Gwenya found the back of the net in the previous encounter, but had multiple chances in which he could have gotten 3 points for AmaZulu. Today he'll be hoping to be sharper, and he'll be hoping to have a little bit of accuracy. Hlangabeza, formerly with a DDC side of AmaZulu, was loaned out to Durban City, lifted the Motsepe Foundation Championship, brings that confidence into the starting lineup of AmaZulu.
I read a very interesting comment made by the chairman or president of AmaZulu, Mr. Zungu. And he was talking about an awakening moment where the great Teko Modise criticized his team and said it's too old, needs to refresh it, and that's a wake-up call for them. And you can tell AmaZulu are busy trying to, reconfigure the team and bring in youthful exuberance. PSG has caused this problem.
Not only just the younger squad as well, but also it's AmaZulu. It's a team from KZN. Would be great and lovely to see the players from the region starting. And you look at the starting lineup as is. There's 5 players that are born and bred in KZN. So holding tight to their roots and also reducing the average age in the squad. That has worked well for them. They only lost once in the 4 games that they've played, and going on to win twice and drawing once. Fine start.
I guess the game is played at a high tempo, and you look at, the energy from the players. 1, in terms of attack. 2, in terms of winning it back quickly once you've lost it.
You talk of AmaZulu. A victory for them today will see them win 3 of their opening first 5 league matches for the first time since season 22-23. Although looking for an even better start. And an already improving season. You look at how they started in the previous season. They lost 4 games in a row and only managed to pick up 3 points in the 5th game of the season. Mtetwa on Spanioni. Free kick to Magesi. Ooh, sandwich between Phillies and Mtetwa.
Sometimes as defenders we plan this thing. I'm just letting into a secret. We plan this thing, good boy. First 5 minutes, Dylan and I make it tough. Let's intimidate him, and we want to see if Sibanyoni will respond and how he responds.
From Mamelodi Sundowns man, and Nkanyisa Zungu will look to try and go direct as Zungu. Just couldn't get it right as the former AmaZulu man. Former Orlando Pirates was on the books of Pretoria Kellys in the previous season, looking to revive his once promising career.
There's a Zungu missing as well on the AmaZulu side. That would make an interesting battle in the midfield.
He starts on the bench for the 3rd game in a row is Zungu. Ben Motwari starts on the starting lineup for the 3rd game in a row in the place of Bongani Zungu. That's the Zungu you're referring to. Unless if it's the president that you're referring to.
Well, he played football at some point at varsity level. I'm sure he wouldn't want to try it now. He's better off as a boss man. But the Zungu that you talk about, for me, is the conductor of the orchestra. But of course, not so durable anymore. But the one that you introduce when you want to have a calming effect. There's a Zwane that is at Mamelodi Sundowns who's now being introduced to calm the things down and make things happen. Experience is important while you're rebuilding the team as well.
Throw in for Magesi. Only 8 minutes gone in this particular encounter. Sitole assisting defensively. Got an assist, his first in the colors of AmaZulu. And as he makes his 2nd career start with AmaZulu. Man, last season made 10 appearances, did Sitole, but never got to start a match. Having recovered from an injury while playing in the MTN8, colliding with Sanele Bans of Stellenbosch. Has played only a single match and kept a single clean sheet. A little bit too hard from him on Makubo. He'll get a talking to is the hard man in Ben Motwari.
He's not scared. Very experienced player. 50-50, but I think he was late there.
champion with Bedford's Vets of the Betway Premiership in 2016-2017 season under Gavin Hunt, when he picked up his fourth Betway Premiership title in Gavin Hunt. Zungu again, this time he looks to try and hang it up. Will be easily watched by Khatebe as well as Keegan Allen as it goes out for a goal kick. Man of the match performance from Keegan Allen during the course of the week when they played against Sikukune. He'll be looking to put in another fine performance as he desperately tried to keep the ball into play. Desperation paid off well for him as Khatebe is unable to link up with Sitole, who was looking to get to the end of that ball.
If there's one thing he doesn't, or he's not lacking of, is energy levels and the commitment to the game. Keegan Allen, I'm talking about, consistent performer. I've yet to see a team that he joins and he's not in the starting lineup.
Starting lineup has never been a problem, but it's staying with the club that he has found difficult. Away by Mtetwa. Extin. Doing his best to try and win that ball. It's Magesi that clean him up. Abrams coming forward, finds Makubo with his back to goal. He has to offload to Zwane, to Zungurada. Opportunity from a distance on a turn. Good one from Masadi, looking for his second of the season. Just couldn't keep it low.
I think the intention was good. The power was good. He's just getting it on target because he was decisive once he got into that position. Ben without Betway account is not fed enough.
It's the two eggs for me.
Oh, no. What is it? It's the hairstyle for me.
Yes, what he said win. Yes, opportunity to win 10,000. If not, if you don't have a Betway account, that's all you'll have. But if you do have a Betway account, you'll certainly double that money. Nothing like a 20,000 to start spring. Plus my birthday is midweek, so just for the correct occasion. Lovely ball from Motwara to find Sitole. Just couldn't bring it under control. Zungu wins it in that middle of the park. And just couldn't find 80 mates is Masekela.
Any Masekela that comes to mind, top of mind immediately? Okay, let me not interrupt you, Flo.
Into the box, Phillies gets it away. Zungu battles for it. So it's Langabeza that wins it. Gets a free kick as well for his troubles. I think of a certain jewel.
That's Marcelin. But Black Sunday Masekela is the only one.
Oh, yes.
Johnny Black Sunday Masekela. Played for the Pirates.
Doing well, Magesi to win that ball. Two players vying for the same ball. Communication is key. The landed is Makubo and Spagnoni. Putting in the hard shift at the back as is. Big shoes to fill. Seven players in the matchday squad of AmaZulu that are AmaZulu's youth products from the DTC, from the under-17 and promoted over the years to now sitting on the bench for the senior side. It's a good project.
Well, it's a good project, and I'm glad that they've responded. I was saying earlier on that, and it was good. I felt it was more complementary and value in terms of the kind of work that we put in. That the president was talking about Tiko Muriso criticizing the team to say this is the squad that needs to be refreshed. And it was a turnaround for them. Huge eye-opener.
Great ball sharing by great passage of play from Magesi. Looking to end in good result. Intercepted by Keegan Allen. Playing beautiful football. Now opportunity for Masadi. Lays it off to Makubu. We've seen him take a strike from a distance. Should have done the very same thing. Here's Masadi. Regrets for not doing that.
I guess it's all about decision making. What comes to mind first. And the coach, you know, of course, Atazani will be concerned in terms of how his team has been working, but good combination football.
Away by Felix. Now, sits up well. Just the execution is not as pleasing as the control of the ball from Masekela. Magesi winless in their last 4 home games. For Akam now, looking good. What can they do on the left foot? Is Khatebe just doesn't get it past the defender. They don't count though. It's a corner. Something good comes of it. First corner for Usutu, because Kona Khatebe, youth products of TS Galaxy. Did well to get on the inside of the defender. Blocked as he was firing it. He'll go on and deliver and look to try and test Chipezeze. He had to keep a clean sheet this season as Chipezeze was the goalkeeper of the year nominee, along with Ronan Williams as well as a super chain of Orlando Pirates. Swinger and allowed to bounce, and in there, well, Shwaka, it will count. The defense of the home side caught napping. Gwenya scores in the second game in succession. Chipezeze and his defense caught napping at the crucial moments, and Gwenya kept on played to the whistle, which was very important from Tandolenko Singwenya.
You might describe it as a scrappy goal, but a goal is a goal anyway. Those tasked with the responsibility to defend did not do their duties. Appeal for handball, whether it is deliberate, that's another matter. Was it deliberate? I didn't think it was. Was the hand in an unnatural position? I didn't think it was. But hey, I'm speaking from a distance. The referee is much more nearer the action. But so far, it's credited to that man, Wagangwe.
Well, Zimbabwean international gets his second goal in the second match in succession. Looked as though, but from where we're sitting, his hand seemed to be in a natural position. It's just bounce in his hand. The biggest thing that players continue to do is not to play to the whistle. AmaZulu did. Well, Magesi, slap of concentration for a moment, and we're made to pay. Can they respond as the home side?
We're looking at 18 minutes into the game. AmaZulu have scored away from home. The heat is on in the literal sense as well.
Ben Mutwari. Cool, calm and collected from Mutwari, and AmaZulu as a collective looking to play that ball out of danger. Both these sides this season has got all their goals in the first half. Looking to try and find another one now. Oh, this time flag is up against Hendrik Ekstien. Mario Piri. Has his flag up against Pule Eckstein.
Did he peel off quite early? Just a tiny little bit.
Game of fine margins, I tell you. But good call nonetheless from referee's assistant Piri on the far side. Abrams looking to get Dikwena Chameti on song. Good quick touches. Makubo has got Allen for comfort. Plays it back. Patience displayed by Magesi. Ball whipped into the box. Eckstein picks up for Usutu. Shangameza, 2 men of the match awards so far this season as he starts his 5th game in the league. Debutant, Ngobo. Eckstein, battling for it. Ben Motwari. Oh, lovely ball to find Ngobo out wide. Can he deliver a good ball? Oh, teasing ball into the box. Cleared away by John Mokoni. Here's Slangameza that will pick up the second ball.
They are dictating terms, AmaZulu. The tempo of the game as well. If it's not on, they bring it back, they rotate it. They have every reason to do that. They are leading. Once they're in possession, the opponents can't take it from you. You try and look after it, venture forward calculatively, and that's what they're doing now.
No, Mteja overlapped, left a gap at the back. Now can Makubo take advantage of it? It's Ben Motwari providing cover. Ball whipped into the box and safely into the hands of Ori.
The heat is on. Water break, is it?
Water break for the players. Cooling break, as it's known for the players. We are sitting, man, 31 degrees Celsius. I say that. Prima takes a sip of his water in song and dance and great spirits. It's the vibe, it's the colors of the home side that bring them out onto the stands. They've dressed for the occasion. They've dressed to be behind Dikwena Chameti. It's the hair, it's the gloves, it's the makarapas. It's all in all that is blue, white, and beautiful.
You know, I missed out on something earlier on when we were having our lunch. Lamazaza Wapagi. I think Lamazazala would have qualified you to be part of it. He's in 10th tower. I think you would have won that. I mean, the guys could attest. The ones that we're having lunch with, I'm not too sure about it. They're too shy. We know you know? I've never seen you shanked up like that. But hey, look at this. The matching. Huh? That's nice.
Shotangamazas.
Lawa.
Yes.
Color blocking. Color blocking. I love this.
Oh, there we go. Chomigalizas.
Windows now. Okay. That's color blocking.
Yes. Kaizer Chiefs also in action later today as they look to try and hold on to first place. Yet to concede the season is Kaizer Chiefs also will be live on your World of Champions. Sikukune United later on. Also, they'll be taking on Durban City. Mamelodi Sundowns currently in action against the Stellies in where they are is in Athlone Stadium in Cape Town. That's there. That game is played. So we'll certainly give you the goals in and around the country as and when they happen. This being the only game in and around the country that has delivered a goal so far. Still 0-0 between Mamelodi Sundowns as well as Stellenbosch. It's been a week this week that there has been a fierce provincial battle between KZN as well as Limpopo. This is their 4th match of the week, and so far it's 2 draws between Durban City as well as Polokwane City as well as Sikukune and AmaZulu. 1 victory for the KZN side in Lamontville Golden Arrows against against Magesi, and still later on there'll be Skukune who will be taking on Durban City. So far, if you look at the points, the teams from KZN have picked up 5 points to the 2 points that are picked up by Polokwane. Of course, remember, in the Betway Premiership, KZN has the most representation with 4 teams, 3 teams in Limpopo and Gauteng as well. Free State has 2. Oh, Makoni looks to have landed awkwardly, landed on his arm, holding his elbow.
I just detest those kind of injuries. And I know how it feels, but the entire body just lands heavily, but with the shoulder. Look at that. You don't have control over that. You don't have... Doesn't look good at all. No malicious intent. But you get up that high and then you collide with an opponent. Well, Taylor, both in his profession as a medical doctor and also as a referee, understood the seriousness of that injury. Here's how Ngwenya's goal came about. Was a delivery from a corner by Hlangabeza. Keeper came out, couldn't collect. Ngwenya said, "Thank you very much." Yes, and that appeal for a handball for me was justified somehow.
But you don't stop playing.
No, you don't stop playing.
Well, extra time.
But the end is in the natural position, I guess, at that time.
Surely will be debated at halftime. One of the certain talking points, and also an extra time on Monday will also be debated. Rather, Mukoni. Some concern looks on the physio as well as the doctor. He needs to be a bit certain that he can be able to continue with this particular encounter. Phillies heads it away. Picked up by Mabo. He spoke of representation in the Betway Premiership. Free State has 2 representatives, Marumo Galants as well as Siwelele. Siwelele was struggling to get back to winning ways after starting the season with a bang. A bang, it's all it was. And Coach Shona Lesiema will surely get that ship sailing again. Ball whipped into the box, easily dealt with. The other provinces, of course, Northwest welcoming Orbit College for the very first time in the Betway Premiership since season 2018-2019. And also Mpumalanga has a single representation with Western Cape, a single representation. First time in the PSL history. Cape Town as a city doesn't have a team representing them. Second corner for AmaZulu. Lining it up again is Minentle Ngobo. The last time he delivered, we landed in the back of the net this time. More convincing defending from Magesi. Hlangabeza looking to get it back to where it's needed the most. Good one-touch football played by Magesi. It's the accuracy of passes that they get correct every time.
They've got to get those passes to benefit them. Yes, the accuracy is okay, but at the same time, it is how you use it when you're in possession. I think so far the visiting team, which is AmaZulu at this stage, they've got a goal to show for it. It's all about defending their lead. They're playing away from home. Do they sit back or they continue to press? But also there's potential for a counter-attack.
visited AmaZulu. They visited rather Magesi's AmaZulu. They won by a goal to nil in that encounter. And at the Moses Mabhida Stadium, it was a 3-0 drubbing. Khatebe was on the score sheet on the day. As one of the players, the only player not here today, it's Muremi, who has since moved to greener pastures. Escotini took off Orlando Pirates. They'll be in action tomorrow against the Chipa United away.
You know, the treat of being in the final of a cup, final of Pirates that are going to play, and at the same time you've got league to deal with. The balance and in terms of the mindset and the focus on players. Yes, you're talking experienced players in the squad. And the newcomers as well that are making headlines. And Orlando Pirates. Yenaka Civili.
He's really done well. Representing the jersey you once wore very proudly, I would say.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
Not having it easy today. That battle between Mokoni as well as Khatebe.
I like battles amongst players because it gets you thinking. It's getting you to try and outsmart the opponent all the time. I just love those kind of battles.
Well, 31 minutes gone. AmaZulu lead by a goal to nil in this encounter. Already yet to be tested in between the poles today. He's got the protection, of course, from Tetwa and Phillies right in front of him as the two centre-back partners. Shot passes not working all out for them this time. John Maduka in search of his first win against AmaZulu. He's faced AmaZulu 9 times as a coach. 6 times he's drawn against them. 3 times he's lost. And he's only played Atta's 1 and once. And that was back in the days when Atta was at Kaizer Chiefs. He was at Maritzburg United. That's 22-23 season. Oh, lovely offloader to Hlakabeza, looking to feed it through into the box. Not given the space. Cleared with ease by Butelezi. Referee plays advantage. What can Abrams do? Finds Mariba. Masekela does well to lose. An opponent. You need the experience of Nkayi Sozungu to be finding the passing lanes and feeding it through there. Makubo whips right into the box looking for Spanione, easily dealt with by Keegan Allen. Motari brought down. Masekela, the guilty party. He'll go into the referee's book for his efforts.
He had to do it. Yeah, former player. When you are going to be countered, you've lost possession, so let's commit a foul. Let us regroup. He's refusing to age. This man is a consistent performer. I'll ask him to come and talk to you.
First yellow of the encounter after 8 fouls, 4 on each side. Looking to try and protect the ball. Makgoga almost played himself into trouble. But took a hand to the face. Slight a bit of a late panic from Makgoga. Thought he would lose that battle.
Ouch. That's a quick one. Sharp.
This happens when you're dealing with the exuberance of youth. Thought you'll outsmart him and go around him. And unfortunately, Intention was to try and stop him. Hand landing on the face.
Should be all right. Full of energy.
Second season in the Betway Premiership for Magesi. Done wonders, winning the cunning knockout against Mamelodi Sundowns. Would remember that. Right after that, battled to try and find a victory, going 12 games without a win. That resulted in them changing coaches from Clinton Larson to Owen Dagama, who helped them survive their first season. So they're looking on to try and build for a possible top 8 finish this season, but it's not to be the case. Goal kick. Arams fails to keep the ball in play.
It's a bit of a concern in terms of Atazwane, his team, how they're defending. There's a yellow. Someone is not happy.
Well, young Mobo would imagine it's for decent. Showing dissent and making your thoughts public. You get punished for that. Confirmation of that second yellow in the encounter.
So far, advantage AmaZulu. They've scored a goal. They're defending well. We look at the time where they are now. Possibilities of going into half-time, leading. It's good for Atazwane. Lots of questions and answers. It's going to be interesting if it ends with AmaZulu leading.
Well, sorry to cut in there. Ngwenya was looking to try and turn from goal scorer to supplier. Sitot doesn't have a lot of space that he enjoyed when he played against the Kukune. Sitole. X-team brings it down very well. Cuts on the inside is X-team. Stopped in his tracks by Butelezi. Still alive though for AmaZulu. Mukoni with the header. Allen with the recovery. Spagnoni gets it forward to Makubu out wide. What can Dikwena do? Looking to try and whip one in. He's got Shangabeza for comfort. Oh, whips one in. Easy away by Phillies. Masekela thinks about a long-range strike. Quickly changes his mind about it. No need to press high from Usutu. But not looking threatening at all. There's Magesi at the moment.
Well, Magesi's got to come out and take more risks. AmaZulu at this stage is to consolidate things and keep their structure right defensively in midfield as well. Just cut out all the spaces that Magesi would want to exploit. So far, so good for them.
They're desperate to increase and fix their record against KZN side. They've played KZN teams 7 times this season in their top flights. They've drawn 3 times, won 3 times and drawn only once. They've drawn once, lost 3 times and won just 3 times as well. Looking to maybe make the wins outweigh the losses. Keegan Allen picks up for Usutu, ventures forward, finds Sitole and protected by Butelezi. Goal kick it is. Experience of the man who hails from Newcastle in Mzondile Butelezi. Keegan Allen likes overlapping, but it's the gaps that he leaves at the back as he's playing as one of the 3 centre backs. Those gaps can be exploited if picked up by the opponent.
I've learned in football, but that there are times where you've got to take risks. Just gamble. Because at this stage, the first thing that comes to mind, just go do it. You just have to have teammates that are aware of your movements and quickly cover for you.
Magesi looking for a response before going into the break. Masakala. It is third attempt from a distance. And yet to try and get something on target. The colors, the vibes. Yes, says 3 points is loading. They believe that this will be the day that they can get the first 3 points of the season. Sitting in the stands there for the Kwenachameting Blue Nation, as they call the fans. Just under 4.5 of regulation time left in this particular encounter.
They've scored first, AmaZulu. They've got a need to defend. What's the temperature like? Is it what? 88? That could affect them. It's going to be interesting to see how they cope with that. But you have scored 80. Always poses a challenge to defend your lead. It's in the how part and the details that comes with it that's crucial.
AmaZulu unbeaten in their last 2 games this season so far. A draw and a victory. And they last lost to Mamelodi Sundowns by 2-0. Magesi winless in their last 8 games at home. If you look at the stats from last season, 5 draws and 3 losses. Three minutes of regulation time for Magesi to find a response, to find a goal that can level matters. Makubu, I just feel he doesn't offer much. Makubu, when he plays wide, he's one of those players that they're more comfortable playing centrally, running at the defense, directed goal.
That requires a combination of things. You know, that rapport between yourself and your teammates, how you want to be past, the sort of attacks that you want to make, the runs that you have to make. That's crucial. And I don't think there's any coach that can teach you that. Players need to have that conversation amongst themselves.
No, good ball. Chested down to Mariba from Spagnoni. Any ball played into the box and just on a silver platter. All it just needed was just a touch. Instead, missed it, Makubu.
And that's natural. They do so many things right in terms of 1, the supply. 2, the bounce is not awkward at all. Look at that. On a good day, should have converted that one. Not to be under pressure, of course, from Keegan Allen. But you can't blame that one of Keegan Allen putting him under pressure. That he could have easily just stepped in.
Zungu as well to win it in the middle, loses it immediately. He was trying to find the teammates. AmaZulu looking to go forward, looking to get some comfort in their leads. 2 centre-back partners making sure route is closed from Gwenya. Magesi enjoyed a fine run here. We're at home since moving to Seshiko in the previous season. Went unbeaten for over 6 games. Mteto. He's got a knock. Took a knee.
That was a quick recovery. It looked serious, but that's a quick recovery. Did he actually? I just didn't touch him at all.
Quick recovery. Took a throw in even for the side. Masani battles for it. Zungu finds Masekela. Lovely looking for Abrams. Delivers one. Too strong from him. And too much curl put on that ball. Man from Kimberley. Tilano, 34 years now of age. Played for Ducks. This is his second season. The young man loses it. Opportunity for Magesi. Zungu. Masekela. Mariba. Oh, slips. That's Makubu. One minute of the minimum 2 edit played already. For what they go, they keep knocking. Can they make it work? It's in the final third where things don't really happen for them. And they have that too, defensively in middle third. They're able to build up. Story. Well, referee Polasatole has seen enough in this particular first 45. Thoughts, please.
You know now, Pumlan Musivi?
It is on, of course.
Thoughts, please, because I think that AmaZulu had a good sense of purpose. They needed to get a goal. They are the visiting team. They managed to score the goal. They needed to defend it. So far, so good. The hosts themselves need to venture forward frequently, aggressively. Test the keeper. They haven't challenged the keeper at all. He hasn't been tested. And they need to be able to do that in order for them to bounce back. It's going to be an interesting second half. And that's going to be crucial for both teams. AmaZulu to defend their lead and Magesi to bounce back.
The one team that's really dominated proceedings is the one that has surged ahead in the game. It's 1-0 to AmaZulu from Zobe. First change for AmaZulu in this particular encounter. Up and away we are in the second half. It's the visitors that look to try and kick us off. Pressure immediately from Makubo already. Intentions are clear from the home side. They need to bag their first 3 points at home this season. First 3 points at home from their last 4 matches. 3 draws and a single loss. That loss was to Mamelodi Sundowns by 2-0 at this very ground. Talk of Mamelodi Sundowns. Confirmation of those substitutions. Charamadare on as well as Dafoe having vacated the field of play. Of course, it's Sibanyoni, one of them, as well as Masekela. Well, speaking of Mamelodi Sundowns, Peter Salulile, the new leading goal scorer for all time in Premier Soccer League stats, as he got Mamelodi Sundowns ahead against Stellenbosch. Well done to the Namibian sniper. Confirmation of that AmaZulu sub.
If there's one player that has always traumatized Stellenbosch, is Peter Salulile. You should listen to post-match interviews with Mr. Barker. He will be saying the only difference was that man in the box. Congratulations to him. A record that he set.
Well done on his achievement of the new milestone. Now sets the trend. Magesi heads it away, back by Phillies. Looking to get it behind Keegan Allen. Alert is Keegan Allen. Allen to the danger. Switches play. Only one change to the side of AmaZulu in the second half. Well, so now looking to try and win possession there. Scrappy start, slow start from both teams in the second half.
It's not free flowing. Get the impression that it suits AmaZulu. The stop start suits them.
Magesi did well. Depth of touches, took it away momentarily from Zungu. Back in position, and then again defensively working ever so hard. Mzobe Allen didn't have a lot of space as he thought. Dafoe picks up. Bandage knees right. Head now is Mukoni looking to soldier on with the injury. Picked up Masadi. It's done well for Keswick back in 23-24 season. Became the top goal scorer for Keswick with 11 goals. Still looking to try and reignite that form. Moved on to Kukune, where he didn't make a lot of impact. Loaned back to Keswick. He'll be looking to make Magesi a permanent home, and a happy stay for him. Sharamadar scored key goals as the Zimbabwean in aid of the side. Cleared away from danger. Nothing wrong with that play, said the referee. Mariba. It's good comfort from Tetwa.
So if you're John Maduka, half-time, you're trailing. Best advice is to say first 15 minutes becomes very crucial. You've got to attack with intensity. You've got to try and be ruthless. The team that's leading will exercise discipline defensively as well. And they call that period, we've got to suffer.
As it stands now, AmaZulu will go to double figures on the lock. Along 10 points. Along with Kaizer Chiefs, as well as Sikukune, who will be in action later on. Ramadari fighting for possession, doesn't have a lot of space. Launched in there to attempt to try and win possession. We've seen two cards shown already in this encounter, and both were going the way of AmaZulu. Shambadari told to come down.
There are strikers who say, I'll take the battle. And that looks a little bit dangerous in terms of how he just went for that kind of tackle, very aggressive.
Overzealous to try and win possession is Chinamadare. In doing that, lunges into a tackle into Khatebe. Well, AmaZulu will be happy to have him back on his feet now. Good first touch. Oh, lovely ball whipped into the box. Really can't find Mariba, but he'll pick it up. Mariba to keep the pressure on AmaZulu. What can they do? Tafo. Zungu. Oh, Sting in that attack. Certainly killed off now. Now Chirambadare. Oh, he's got Keegan Allen for comfort, and it's Allen who stands solid and wins a free kick for his efforts. Is Keegan Allen. He's put on a good shift so far, is Keegan Allen.
Listen, I'm yet to find Keegan Allen not showing his commitment with whichever team that he plays for. You would have seen him at Sundowns. He still continues, Richards Bay, he still continues to give a full performance, complete commitment. Potential goal scorer when it comes to that ball situations as well. Set pieces is an option aerially.
Well, managed to find the back of the net is Keegan Allen so far this season from AmaZulu, both in cup as well as in the league.
I think he's been top of mind in terms of when the coach selects players and he's part of the team. He's always been consistent. He's always been in the starting lineup.
Cleared away again by Allen. Made the preliminary squad for Bafana Bafana. But just didn't make the 23-man squads. He'll take courage in the fact that he was the only AmaZulu man in that 43-man squad that was named by Coach Hugo Bros. It certainly tells you that he is keeping an eye on him. He just needs to keep his performance where it is. Just keep growing. That's all he can do is a 25-year-old.
It improves the posture of the player. He starts believing that, wow, I'm being watched by the team coach.
Good control from Ngobo. Wow, Ngwenya did well there. He's isolated, is Ngwenya. There's a lot of white jerseys around him. Needs to dip into his bag of tricks. Doesn't really find the correct trick to apply against a Magesi defense.
I think his teammates let him down. They're not giving him the options.
Butelezi gets it long. Hails from Newcastle, there's Butelezi. Zungu.
Any player you know coming from Newcastle apart from him? But think about it, no pressure at all. No pressure. No pressure to you. No pressure.
I'm still thinking about it. Zungu keeps things going. The four. Zungu, scoops it, gets under it, Zungu.
Deflected. There's a corner.
First of the game for Magesi.
Looks encouraging for this man, John Maduka.
Swinger from Zungu, headed away by Mtetwa. Makoni brings it under control. Opportunity for Zungu to just try and get another ball into the box. Touch off Khatebe. Quick throw in, taken quickly on a turn was Masadi. Just couldn't get much done. Again, marshaled. And looking after him is Keegan Allen. It's his birthday month. He is a new father to a baby girl. Hala Grace is her name. Just weeks old. Got married last year and they got blessed with a beautiful daughter. A year later, sharing a birthday with his father, is Keegan Allen. Good month for him. Oh, fighting for the ball on there. Get a free kick as AmaZulu. Battle won by the young Mzobe. Troubling Tsepo Makgoga.
I like these battles. I just love these battles. And this kind of players with this sort of frame, they don't shy away. Mzobe, I didn't shy away from any challenge. But they force you to make this kind of mistakes. Skillful sets they bring into the game.
Hangs it up, looking for Allen. Free kick against Allen on Makgoga. Free kick to Magesi.
So it's more of a waiting game. When you look at it for AmaZulu, they've all overloaded that defense. At some point, they've got 5, they've got 3 in the midfield, and one striker up front. Such is to consolidate things and be able to compete midfield-wise. Defensively, there's cover.
Switching ends as Hlangabeza looking for Extin. Allowed to bounce on there. Push from the back. What does the referee say? Cries from a penalty from the technical area for AmaZulu. Well, Lasitela allows the game to continue. Masadi on the other end now looking to exert pressure. It's Khatebe. Dropping to play as a full back now is Khatebe. Plays a little bit deeper. He's looking to spray a pass there. Slightly off the boil maybe. Oh, push from the back from Zobe. Taking the fight to Makgoga. It's a battle that will be exciting to watch.
And that's all he had in his mind. It's not a question of let me win, let's commit a foul. There's a push. Watch this. I think it's a foul.
Certain foul.
Listen, that's me at this level. I always say the referee is near the action. He sees it differently. We have the luxury of the replays as well. He has to take a decision on the spot.
They've added pace is Magesi bringing in Abia Sisane, formerly on the books of Keswick Stars. Played in the playoffs as they were trying to gain promotion to the land of milk and honey. Was gifted with a contract at Magesi. Here's Abia Sisane. Oh, Zungu was trying to just feed it through and find Jirambadare. Confirmation. Kotato Maribe making way. Zungu again. This time it's a grass cutter. And Phillies deals with it. Makubu brings it down. Used his hand, says the referee. Illegally to try and control that ball.
They've got to be aggressive. They've got to try and force matters. Appeal for a handball. I agree.
15 fouls thus far. Well, there will be a yellow. Makgoga finally goes into the referee's book. He is really being shown flames. First one for, second one rather, for Magesi in this encounter. You spoke of a player who hails from Newcastle. There's a man who comes from Matateni, Fanny Madida is his name.
You needed Google, right?
Definitely not.
You did. I'm looking at your phone. See, the Mtaung is what from there. I think Hamilton.
Oh, can't get it past the wall. Gets a second bite at it. Is Radebe is not able to get it where he wants it. I'll tell you what, legendary commentator listening to our game is Temba Chokozera. Help me with that info. He's my Google. Of course, befriending legends. I sit a long one here. Now, Magesi, man goes down in the box. Referee goes into his pockets. Chiramadare will make his way into the referee's book. He'll be the third player to get booked.
Edmund Chirambadare. There's a resemblance physically with Mbesuma. Except Mbesuma was deadlier in terms of goals. In the box in particular. Untouchable. But hey, we're talking Shalulile now.
Namibian assassinator, Namibian sniper, call him what you may, but we'll tell you, he's the all-time PSL goal scorer, 130 goals in all matches in a career that started in 2018-2019 with Highlands Park and just continued on and on. The only player to have ever come close to the
it's a good feeling. Definitely is. They had some frustrating times as well, I think, the last 2 seasons.
Sasani, wearing the same number as he did at Castric Stars. Right side the ball goes, looking for a first time shot into the box. Well, idea was better than the execution.
But you also have a game that's not free-flowing in terms of the passes and the intentions. I think they're going through the motions, both sets of players. You have AmaZulu that wants to defend their lead, but they're not in control of the ball. And you have the host themselves a little bit frustrating in terms of how they're moving the ball and the quest to get it into the danger areas, the shots on target. If you look at it now, you're looking at about 9 minutes into the second half. Haven't pulled up a good flow.
Mochari. Sasani brings about pace and skill on the wing. A lovely ball allowed to pass. Mistake on them. Chiramadare can't hit it on a turn. Oh, Makubo tried but was blocked. And on a follow-up, Chiramadare couldn't make it work.
Who do you blame? The delivery was exquisite in the box. Do you pass or do you go for glory? Was there a pass?
Oh, definite pass.
It's a definite pass. But the position, he wasn't well positioned for it. He wasn't even expecting that kind of return ball. But you still pass in that sort of box.
Hit and hope sometimes.
You're facing the goals. Or you pass on responsibility. That's my take. Just go for it. It's a bit frustrating for a man that used to, score goals just outside the box. That was his strength. This man, John Wamatuka.
John Vulligate hasn't happened. Hasn't been able to open the floodgates, says John. Well, they've played well, is Magesi. It's just in the last thirds when things needs to go better and be a bit sharper. Hasn't been. Makubo, Zungu, all tried. Chirambatara, the latest to be added to that list. And AmaZulu, it's good for them. They are managing the game very well. No need to rush, no need to go at the end of everything, no need to chase.
Don't lose your mind, just stay focused. Don't get too excited. Stay focused to the business at hand. There's a whole lot of things you're likely to commit mistakes. I see in Bafoit. That's the conversation of the players. Let's go, boys. We can do this. If you're AmaZulu, of course it's going to be tough. You are leading. You've got to defend. The heat is on. The hairstyle. Is that your next one?
Yes, here is our Siboni winner. They'll be walking away with 10,000, and because she has a Betway account, Melida Komane, it will be doubled to 20,000 rand. Congratulations to the winner. She made sure that she has a Betway account, and her winnings have been doubled, taking down her details to ensure that it goes into the right account. At least I know who will be friends with me for my birthday. Expecting a gift.
Uchai looks as a man.
Nakanja.
20 tower. Good. Keep coming to the games. Show the swag.
Allen decisively at the back. His presence is really one to note. Allen on Chirambatara, putting on a good shift. He had to put a foot wrong, really, is Keegan Allen. He's won every tackle, he's been clean.
He is solid. Aerially, physically, he can compete. He's up against a very tough customer. Edmund Chirambandare. Concept of introducing young players by AmaZulu continues. We're going to see subs coming up very soon.
There's a certain Zungu you spoke of, standing up, ready to come on. Magesi searching for that elusive goal. Can they find a strike? Only twice did they find the back of the net this season in the 4 games that they've played. Yet to keep a clean sheet even today. Yeah, not to get a clean sheet. Oh, those subs coming in at the bottom of your picture. Abrams, what can they do? Cesar looks to try and cut on the inside, goes on the inside. Zungu sets up for a strike and just can't keep it. On target is Zungu. His crossing, his shooting, his passing hasn't been at its best. It hasn't been the Zungu that we know.
What is encouraging for me is that he gets himself into those possibilities. He just needs to build the confidence and improve on the technique. That's good intention. It was all set up for him to be able to get it on target.
"20 minutes left in this encounter of regulation time." It's 20 minutes that Magesi needs to find an equalizer. It's 20 minutes that Magesi needs to fight on for to find a winner. Or will it be AmaZulu that are able to add comfort to their lead? They come forward. Hatebe. Oh, Dafoe does well to win the ball. And Hatebe thought Dafoe had the last touch, but it's not to be the case.
Let's have a look at this tackle. Does he get it right, Dafoe? Kind of tackle where he was helped by the opponent who got the ball out. But he's a real grafter in that midfield. Dafoe Baloyi is about to come on.
They will be bringing subs, 3 subs. Zungu will be coming on as well. Hlangabeza is the man that will be making way for Zungu. And Dube has been brought on. Man, it's Ngobo who's made way for Dube. 4 subs made by Coach Atazwane.
It's a good blend in terms of experience that he brings in. Youthful players that also bring in some good energy.
Now, talk of energy. Mlonzi Mbanjwa comes forward. What can he do? Looks to try and feed it through Mbanjwa. Alert to the danger. Chipezeze kept 10 clean sheets in 28 appearances last season. Is Chipezeze instrumental in them winning their maiden trophy in top flight football? Was Magesi. Fedile Maloyi is the man that has come on. Abrams. Yeah, asking the questions. Can they get the answers? Maloyi goes down, calls for a penalty. Referee unshaken. Man, Keegan continues, overlaps what he likes doing. What can he do is Keegan Allen. Now, on the far side, looking to try and fit it through. Mbanjwa needed to find a good turn there. Was looking to line it up with Zungu. It's the other Zungu that wins possession in Nkanyiso Zungu. Zungu. Oh, the Zungus are not getting it right as far as striking from a distance. Latest to that is Bongani Zungu.
The only Zungu that got it right was the chairman that signed the players. So far, he brought them into the squad. There was an appeal there for a possible, was there penalty? I think there's a strong case there. Hey, we have the luxury of replay. The referee has just got that second to make up his mind.
Flick back. Has already come on. An opportunity. Oh, side netting. Maloyi just could not get it right. Kakora is in. Man, player who made way. It's Masadi.
That's a big snapshot there. Almost. That's quick thinking. It was sharp, he was under pressure. He gets something. That would have been beauty. It's going to be a tough season. I just have this feeling that this season is going to be a tougher. It's going to be so tough.
Well, Bafedile Maloyi come off the bench looking to really fortify that attacking line of the home side. Ngwenya, it's been quiet in the second half as Ngwenya. Oh, springs to life, makes his presence, reminds them, the defense, that he's still there. He's remained down, is Ngwenya. He'll be able to soldier on as the Zimbabwean international was playing in COSAFA 2025. Of course, there's a lot of players that played in COSAFA and ended up earning a place in the Betway Premiership. Ryan Hanemoop was one, playing for Namibia. Dion Hoto the other. Peter Shalulile, spotted by Highlands Park. Hanemoop spotted by Jomo Cosmos, of course, back in the day. And managed to get their contracts and come and play on here. Musonda as well, the other. So there's been a number of players that played in the COSAFA and never left, never took a flight back home. Ball whipped in. Again, it's Keegan Allen that wins the head up.
Head injury.
Oh, that's a tail up. We'll stop the game.
Yeah, And he does what referees must do in a situation of a head injury. You can't let game go on. Long as it's that kind of injury. Ask the men that have gone through that.
Wounded header. Effectively, nothing really looks like happened to him there. Milking it for all it's worth.
No, I think there is contact with the elbow on with the left hand. So that for me was that kind of contact. But he definitely will recover. Still taking a bit of time. But there's another player who's down as well. Not too sure who that is.
Hannah moved there. Former Vincent Kobola, the former assistant coach at Cape Town City.
Is that the Cape Town City that he used to be part of?
Struggling. Well, he'll be stretched off, isn't Gwenya? Hoping it won't be serious. I'm hoping it won't be serious. Tandanani Mhlongo getting ready to come on. Getting tutelage from Coach Arthur Zwane. When it comes to believing in youth, Arthur Zwane has shown it a lot, even in his colors. Back in the day as Kaizer Chiefs.
I like the gravity to change how they play. They play with such intensity, so much high tempo kind of football they play. Again, you've got to then look at them to say, once they've lost the ball, are they able to regroup quickly, regain possession, and continue to go to push forward with some great sense of energy? That's what they're trying to build. And like I said, the chairman said he listened to our great Teko Modise, criticizing him openly.
Fifth and final stop for Coach Arthur Zwane. Tandulinko Singwenya, the goal scorer, comes off for Tandanani Mhlongo.
When he's not fixing cars, Benson Mhlongo would be proud to be watching this young man doing his work. I'm in trouble when I see him next, but he's good at fixing cars, eh? Benson Mhlongo, of course, played for Bidvest, played for Orlando Pirates, had a nasty injury, and I thought he would never bounce back. But he did.
You mentioned Benson Mhlongo, and I have a little story to tell you of him, how we knew him in our family in Alex, where we grew up. That's how we knew him, with fixing cars. Before we knew him as a football player playing for Bidvest at the time. He used to be my brother's to-go-to mechanic.
You should see the car he drives. We did a project for the Pirates. You see the Mac that he drives. Put together himself.
Doesn't drive something he can't get under and fix. Mutwari. Mutwari battling for it. Does well to win it. Sisani. We're trying. Oh, Fine shot into the box, just couldn't find a target. Frustrations building up for John Maduka. Pressure on him. Well, he'll have the international break right after this. Time to put pieces together, and joins them a little later in their pre-season, but has to build.
You wonder if that FIFA week helps the team. Some will say it helps the team to try and correct whatever measures, but the fact that you're not going to be having a full-strength squad, you're just practicing, the others will be going for national duties. It's better if you wake up this week, you're playing, you are able to correct certain things, but just talk about them and do the drills. It's different when you're actually playing in a proper game or official game.
Away by Phillies. The level not the same. Doesn't demand a lot of you as a game with high stakes would need. Still continues. Both these sides have never scored a goal in the second half so far this season. Can AmaZulu change that? A bounce currently for Chipazeze, playing sweeper keeper now. Oh, looking for Khatebe. He's found the back of the net against AmaZulu. Is Nkoskona Khatebe, along with Andy Swastole, Bongani Zungu. The only who to have departed is Tsepang Muremi. Outswinger. Oh, picked up by Mshongo. Dispossesses Mshongo. Pickpocketed by Khatebe. He's got paces. Khatebe goes on. It's him and Mshongo. Pulls. Not his shit. Well, referee didn't see that. Kakora was pulling Khatebe.
Was it seeing a full sight of what was happening, or the assistant could have helped him to say there was a pull? I think the referee was too far off from the action. I don't think it's something that he would have picked up. The assistant should have been handy.
It's really been a stellar to watch at the back.
Now they're regaining their momentum. They're in control of the ball. Looks like it, AmaZulu.
AmaZulu, after the international break, they have 2 home fixtures to Stellies and Orlando Pirates, and then they go away to TS Galaxy. They will certainly be tested in those 2 encounters. Well, for Magesi, coming out of the international break, they are away. Well, they will be away to Orlando Pirates as well, and home to Siwelele.
It's getting slightly rough for Siwelele.
They can still turn it around, Siwelele.
They can. It's up to them to do it.
Mbanja brings it under control. Mbanja, space opening up for him. Well, a gap opening up for him. Should have struck early, just delayed a bit, and spaces closed down.
I think it comes with experience as well. He had too much time, and I don't think he had made up his mind when he eventually did. They got blocked.
Manja. Kept the hand in the natural position. Did Butelezi, getting his body firmly behind that ball. Now, ball into the near post and simply picked out by Ofori. So, as things stands currently, Mamelodi Sundowns leading against Stellies by a goal to nil. They'll go to the top of the Betway Premiership with 11 points. And Sekhukhune, as well as Kaizer Chiefs, will be second and third on 10 points. And AmaZulu joining the teams on 10 points after 5 games. They will be on 10 points as well and be sitting on the 4th position.
I'll tell you what excites me. Well, there is Sekhukhune. Always been proud to the achievements, being in the top 4 even when CMO was there. What is pleasing for me is that you have a Chiefs that's believing that they should be amongst the top 4. We're talking about a team that has missed out on top 8. And I'm seeing the maturity of the project with certain players at Chiefs in terms of having to deal with Sundowns in a league match and how that game panned out. I'm enjoying that. It's good for football. You know, to have a Chiefs back, to have a Pirates back, a Sundowns that is there. Cape Town City is always, well, Cape Town City is out. But Stellies, you know, AmaZulu. We need to have these teams upping game as well, benching Pirates.
Goal kick. It's a good thing because it's also an AFCON year as well. Boils out well for Bafana Bafana to get a bigger pool of players to try and select confident players, players that are at their peak, players that are on form. And of course, we going to the World Cup year as well. We, South Africa being on the verge of qualifying for that. It boils out well. And obviously, going into those competitions with the arsenal of players that we will be having, I can tell you one thing, we are bound to finish well. There's Bafana Bafana.
I'm a big fan of Mr. Bruce. How he just intervenes a little bit. I mean, he shares advices to Mutau to say it doesn't help the cause. If you're not playing at your club level and you switch off, it's not helping. He's just so involved in a very matured way to work with the coaches at the same time to talk to the players, because that's them performing at their clubs helps the national team.
Good opportunity now there in the twilight of this game to get something from Magesi into the back post. Swasha! Smash and grab. Didn't look as if they might get anything out of this encounter, but John Mugoni has his say. He has his say. It's John Mugoni beating Ofori for the first time this season that he has to concede. It's John Mugoni that opens his account for the 25-26 season and levels it for the Gwena Jameti.
And a Kim Mugoni who does well in terms of getting the equalizer. You can feel the vibe. Let the beat go on.
Minimum 5 minutes of referee's optional time added. AmaZulu have to dig deep if they want the 3 points. Yeah, they conceded late against Sekhukhune. They do that again today. in this particular encounter. It will certainly be a concern for Coach Atazwane on how they finish off. They can still dig deep and go and find a victory. Either of the sides can still win it. Nor is that enough from Mokoni to get forward. They come again. Now it's Sesane. Everybody else up on their feet. Rambatare. Well, there's some anticipation in the stands whenever they're on the ball as the home sides. Now Mshongo isolated. That's gonna work. Exciting end set up for this particular encounter.
I just want to have drama in this game. Yeah, drama where you have a goal that is scored with like a couple of seconds to go. It's been good. The tempo has been good in the second half. They've upped the tempo, Magesi.
Londimbudra picks up a yellow. Second time that he comes off as a sub and picks up a yellow is Londimbudra.